Hey everybody, welcome back to Starbase, yet another YOLOL tutorial, and today I want to showcase to you guys that you can use an if statement to, like, how can I put it, like if something like approaching danger, or if something is in your way, using a rangefinder. If there's something in your way, maybe like asteroids, you know, you're gonna put up an asteroid detection thing, or if like for instance for me, what I like to do is with the mining lasers, if I get to a certain range within the like mining laser distance, they would switch on automatically. Okay, and that is with the use of a rangefinder. So first of all, we have a button here which switches this thing on. If you guys remember that in the one of the episodes, that the way we've got this going is over here. I've renamed this rangefinder to RF on for rangefinder on. I changed the lengths to 1000, and currently this rangefinder distance is sort of like a feedback. It gives you feedback. You can have a little bit of a text panel. Call that text panel this rangefinder distance, and that text panel will read back to you this value, whatever is in this field over here. So yeah, basically that's all I've done is I've changed the name of this rangefinder to RF on. I changed this button to RF on, and remember, if we press this button, it changes its value to 1, and this rangefinder, if its value is equal to 1, then it will switch on. So 1 is on, 2 is off. Okay, so let's say for instance you want to have something that I don't know, we're gonna play around with the distance thing over here. What I want to do is, if we detect something with the rangefinder, the blue light must switch on, and if it's too close, we want to have the red light switch on. Okay, so what do? We use an if statement. So if something is detected on the rangefinder, then switch on the blue light. Otherwise, if the object is too close, then switch on the red light. So in layman's terms, okay. And yeah, so let's kick things off. What I'm gonna do is, on this button, I'm gonna copy that name, Control C, and then here on the script, first of all, we start with if rangefinder on. Wait. We're gonna do this differently. We're gonna use rangefinder distance. I'm gonna rename it to rangefinder distance RFD. Okay, its search length is 1000. You can change this. This can also be changed with your code. Like if I press this button, then change the value of rangefinder search length to whatever. But that's not what we're gonna do today. We're gonna play around with the rangefinder distance. So let us change this to RFD. So if rangefinder distance, if the field rangefinder distance, this thing over here, okay, its value, if its value is, I think it's less than 1000, okay, because its search length is 1000. I think that is less. I think that's the less symbol. We will see. It's very easy to fix if it's not. If it's less than 1000, okay, now we introduce a new thing called and. If wait, if, I think this is correct. Yeah, and wait, let me just figure this out. Hold on. Hey, sorry about that. A little bit of a hiccup. Just quickly had to swap out to another ship just to figure out like if I had the code right or not, but I think I do have it correct now. So what we want is if we press this button, then the rangefinder, if something is in a certain distance, then like a safe distance, this light will switch on, and if it's too close, it should switch on this one, otherwise they should stay off. Okay, so this is how we got it. If the rangefinder is smaller, or if the rangefinder distance is larger than 10 and the rangefinder distance is smaller than 1,000. So if something okay, just remember that the rangefinder distance, it will always be on 1,000 up until when something breaks its line of sight. Then it will return something from less than 1,000. Okay, so that means if something is less than if the rangefinder reads back less than 1,000 but more than 10, then the blue lamp gets the value of 1, meaning blue lamp, that value becomes 1, and if that is on or gets the value of 1, that means it turns on. Okay, now what we can do is we can take that away. Otherwise this is your else. So if we an if statement, you can add the else here. We can do this else, you can add it here, but if you start on the next line, it will also count as an else. So if then else. All right, if the rangefinder, let's say for instance, if it's larger than 1 but less than 10, or let's say 9, then the red lamp should switch on. Otherwise, go to 1. I think that will work. But yeah, let's give this a whirl. So we press that button. So it's 1,000 the range right now. Okay, as we can see, it's reading back 1,000. So if we go and take that away and we go some distance back and we do this, there we go. So the blue light does switch on because now there's something in between 10 and 1,000. So, but if we get a little bit closer, the red light switches on. But now we see a problem. The blue light did not switch off, but red light did switch on. And the other problem is if we move out of the way, they don't switch off again. So let us remedy this. So we have it is if, okay, what we can do, we can take this away and we can say if the rangefinder is more than 10 but less than 1,000, then blue lamp gets the value of 1 and red lamp gets the value of 0. End. Same thing we can do here is if the rangefinder is more than 1 but less than 9, then red lamp switches on and blue lamp switches off, like so. All right, I think that will work. Let's go give it a whirl. So we switch it on, we go all the way back over here. And then there's already a mistake. Oh. This is a kind of a thing. I know this is supposed to be a tutorial, but it's also like fun to figure out. Like this is how not a part of the tutorial thing. We are searching the errors of our ways. Oh, and can you guys see what's the problem? What's the problem? Is remember when we designate a field, like we're talking about, listen, look for this field, we have this double point. I did not add them here. Some of you might have caught it, and if you're like me, you might not have caught it. But now we tell it like the field named lamp or lamp gets the value of 0, and the same with B lamp. Field B lamp gets the value of 0. Now it should work. Always check those little things. I know it's annoying, but it helps programming languages to distinguish a couple of things. And doesn't look like it's working yet again. Let's quickly go over here. Okay. I don't see anything happening. Let me quickly see if I can get this figured out again. Hold on. Alright, welcome back. So, I finally cracked the code. I've been doing it wrong the whole time. Well, I've been doing it right, but yeah. Anyways, let's me quickly go by with you guys. So, what I've done is I've changed this to blue light, or BL for short, and RL for red light, or RL for short, because I was actually trying to write a massive code which was not supposed to be a thing. It was supposed to be quite short and simple, and it is actually. So let us jump into here. So what I've done is I said if the rangefinder distance is larger than 10, and if the rangefinder distance is smaller than 1000, then the blue light will switch on and then go to line 3. Otherwise, the blue light will stay off and go to line 3. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to let it scan if it's either between these two numbers or these two numbers. So I'm forcing it from the first line to the third line just to see. And if nothing else, then it's just go ahead and repeat up until when there is something. So if it's between these two, between 10 and 1000, then the blue light will switch on. Otherwise, if it's not between that, the blue light will stay off. And then if the rangefinder distance is greater than 1, but less than 9, the red light will switch on. Otherwise, and then go to line 5. Otherwise, the red light will stay off and still go to line 5, and line 5 just says repeat to line 1, so it runs between these 5 lines of code quickly instead of going through all the way to 20. Because if you're gonna have some sort of detection or something, you want the code to run and scan as quickly as possible instead of waiting for it to run all the way. By the time it gets to 20, you probably would have smacked into something. I'm just saying, you know, like this could make a massive difference. So rangefinder distance is what's being read back. Okay. Rangefinder on is when I press this button, rangefinder on's value will change to 1. And that means this rangefinder's value will be changed to 1. Alright. Now, what's happening is this code, or this value that's being read back. This is what we're playing on with the YOLOL code over here. So we say if the rangefinder distance is between these two numbers, then the blue light will get a 1, means it will switch on if it's between those two. Okay. Otherwise, keep the blue light off and go to line 3. If it's between these two, then the red light will switch on and then go to line 5. Otherwise, the red light will stay off and go to line 5. And line 5 says, just repeat back to line 1. That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. So, just a physical example. We are going to be within or less than 10 meters. So that light switches on. Okay, if we move out of the way, it will switch off. And if we go about 10 meters, here we go. And we get closer. There we go. So you can do this with a mining laser, for instance. So instead of this, you have a mining laser that points towards there. And say like, if If it's between a certain distance, then switch on the mining laser. If it's a weapon, I like to use it with weapons as well. If something is within a certain distance, automatically fire the weapons and that kind of stuff. So yeah, hope you guys find this information useful. Let me know in the comment section. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.